can't remember. Oops, I can't remember. But I did a water challenge, which was really good because I did like 7-day water challenge, and every day we would have like an extra, like a bonus thing, and they would have to like, for example, on Monday they can flavor their water, and so everyone would post about that, and I give tips each day about water, and that one was pretty successful. I have seen that when they have to follow, at least my challengers, when they have to follow a specific thing and they're still not used to meal planning and that, they don't follow it as well as if they're doing their own thing, I feel like.
Okay. Yeah. I think, I don't know. I kind of have different experiences, like I'll do a challenge group where I give them a meal plan and a guide and all that stuff, and they'll like just blow it out of the water, and then another time they just don't. A very successful one for me is that Sugar Busters group. Like, I created that one, and literally I went and pulled something from the web every day and put it in my group. And I think, like typically I'll do some type of fitness challenge. I might record it myself. I might go to Pinterest and pull something like an image that I can just post in the group and tell them to do that every day. But I'm constantly in free groups. Like, I'm messaging them and saying, hey, awesome job today. You showed up and you stuck with it today. Or I'm commenting on their post, or I'm giving some kind of fun call to action or something. A free group is really just about building relationships. And, you'll have people that don't join your challenge groups. You have people that might do it the next month or the month after that. But you're genuinely, pouring into people and giving them something that can enhance their life. And honestly, if you go into it with the mindset, look at the puppy dog. Is that a cat? Oh, it's a cat.
Yes, it's my cat. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The goal is to really and truly, it's about connecting and finding challengers, but it's really about helping somebody who maybe is not quite ready to join a challenge group. And so I think a free group is a great idea. I typically, if it's going to be like a one with a meal plan, I'll start it on Friday and go through kind of like 3 days of, here's your grocery list. Here's how you prep your food. And if you go to Beachbody's blog, there are tons of like meal plans and simple meal prep guides, like step by step. You don't have to come up with it on your own at all. You just copy and paste it into a document. And that's what I do. And so like, it just gives people some direction. And then on Monday we kick off, we follow our meal plans. If you do a meal plan, you don't have to. But, you can do a 5-day group. It doesn't have to be a 7-day group if you want to keep it short. So, I think those are, and then at the end, what I do is I will pop in there. I'll create a video and talk about how the group is ending. I really enjoy getting to know new people. And, I tell them, no matter what you decide to do after this group, I hope that you have found value here, that you continue to make healthy choices. If you want to continue with me in a full 30-day group, you have that option. If not, I just hope that you learn something here, and I want to wish you the best of luck. And then I follow up via private message, and I message everybody and say, hey, thanks for your participation. I hope you saw some results or learned something. I have a 30-day group starting Monday. If I'm offering a special incentive to my free group challengers, if you want to get started with us, I can offer them a $10 Amazon gift card or a free cookbook or a free tank top or something like that. It just can't be like cash. You're not allowed to do cash.
I was going to do that 5, the Sugar Busters challenge, and I was thinking about doing just 5 days.
Yes, I think that 5 days is a good day. Because like kind of honestly, like I'm probably going to shift mine more to 5 days because people, it's free. And that's the whole thing. People are like, well, why do I have to have Shakeology for your group? Honestly, when people don't commit, like they don't make that investment, they just don't stick with something. Look at how many people pay $10 a month to go to the gym and they don't go. It's about that investment and really doing something, and it's taking that positive action to make your health a priority. And so, like I had a coach who wanted to add somebody to my challenge group that started Monday just so they could see it and try it out. I said, no, you can't do that. You can't do that because they're going to look at that group. They're going to take what they want from that group and they're going to be gone, and then they're not going to do anything. And so like the people have to have a challenge pack for our groups. One, yes, that's how we build our business, of course, but it's about people have the tools to do something. They have the tools to get started and make positive changes. And a free group is free. But it's about transitioning them from that free group into a full day 30-day challenge group for sure. Does that make sense? I'm actually going to try one soon. I guess I'll have to think about the timing, but I even wanted to do one like called financial fitness, to kind of like give some financial tips about, clean eating and things like that. And, and obviously I would probably include a workout every day or something like that. But just, it doesn't have to be like sugar busters or booty challenge or anything like that. Just think about something that's near and dear to you.
Okay.
Is that good? Let's see. So like I said, I've already said there's a lot of time left in the month. There's 10 days. And I'm kind of speaking to the choir here again, but like it comes down to your posting, honestly. If you're inviting people to challenge groups, you might get challengers who sign up, but if you're not consistent in sharing what you're doing, people are not going to trust you. If you're inviting people to a challenge group, if you're talking about Shakeology and the 21-day fix or whatever, and they go to your page and they don't see you doing any of it, it's gonna raise a red flag in people's eyes. But if you invite them and you're talking about these things, you're talking about accountability, you're talking about Shakeology, you're talking about meal planning, and they go to your page and they see you actually doing it, hey, this girl could help me. It's not about being a certain size or looking perfect or any of that stuff. But if you're just leading by example and you're being consistent and you're sharing your progress along the way, people trust you. Without a doubt, people trust you. And so, don't invite if you're not going to lead by example. Don't invite if you're not going to be proof of the products. It's going to peter out eventually. And so, just stay focused on those 4 vital behaviors and your business will grow. Definitely naturally. So my group started yesterday. Please keep inviting to that if you're inviting to that. If you don't get Success Club and we need to start one like October 3rd, that's fine. And the challenge pack sales actually go through the 2nd, right, Timmy? Is that? Yeah. But, obviously for September, your challenge pack points it's only through the September 30th. But, and I don't want, if your goal is not Success Club this month, that's fine. If it's just to help 1 or 2 people, that's fine. If it's just to help pay for your Shakeology, go for it. I don't want you to feel like I'm pressuring you into Success Club. But if your goal is to build a business, that is naturally what I'm going to teach coaches to do, is to hit Success Club 5. And that just totally means you're helping people and you're moving your business forward. Ask for referrals. If somebody says, no, I don't want to do it, or no, I can't afford it right now, or whatever, just say, okay, I totally understand. But if you know somebody who might be interested in doing it, would you mind to let me know or send them to me? I've definitely asked for referrals before. If you have a challenger already or people who are doing it already, ask them. Say I've got a new challenge group starting. Can you think of anybody who might be interested in doing it with us? And so like if it's somebody who's not a coach, but they send me somebody else and they buy a challenge pack, I usually give them like a $10 Amazon gift card or something. It's not a lot, but it's a referral bonus is what I call it. So referrals are good. But, when you're in your conversations with people, definitely use that feel, felt, found. You're going to get objections, especially as a new coach, as you're kind of navigating the waters, trying to figure out how to talk about it all on social media. You're going to have those people that say, I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't have, I'm just not sure I can stick with it. And use that feel, felt, found method. I always say, like, for money, I totally understand how you feel. I felt the same way. I was not willing to invest in Shakeology. It sounded crazy to pay that much for some powder that came in a bag on my doorstep, But what I found was that other people were doing it and they were having great results. And I knew that if so-and-so was doing this, I really respected them and trusted them, then maybe it was something I should try. And I found that Shakeology really works. All the things that they were saying really are true. Like it's a meal replacement. It's fast. It's easy. But not only that, I found that I had a lot more energy. I had less hormonal issues. When I went to the doctor after I'd been on it for a year, my cholesterol was cut in half, So I found that it was really something that benefited me. Another thing as far as the money objection is, I found that if I budgeted it into my weekly meal plan, my grocery budget, then it just made sense. Like I was spending less money on food. I wasn't eating out as much. And so like incorporating Shakeology was not a stretch financially. If it's time, I found that if I went to bed a little bit earlier, I quit watching a TV show at 9:30 at night, and I got up 30 minutes earlier, I could make my workout happen. And I felt better about my day. I felt better, I had more energy when I got it done early. Use the feel, felt, found method. And I'm pretty sure Timmy's probably really good at that. Do you have any tips? Oops. We keep doing it.
Just the same way. I mean, people want to know that you understand where they're coming from and then how you do it. I mean, you really shared just what, you felt the same way. I'm sure we were all kind of curious and had more questions about it. So, I mean, that's definitely how a lot of my objections are, or even for coaching, because I didn't plan on being a coach. I just wanted a discount on Shakeology and asked what was the best way to do that. And I even shared that, like I even said, after the first month, I was prepared to return it if it wasn't something that I felt that was helping me. So, I mean, you definitely just have to share your story or have a story that, that someone close that has a story that you can help with it, that kind of uses it. Because I think, the stories of you personally or knowing someone is what's helping, because you're letting that person know they're not in the boat all by themselves. Other people have felt the same.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and on the same kind of note, like, I mean, Timmy and I feel ya. We felt exactly what you're feeling, as coaches. There have been months where like there was nothing, people were not responding. People were checked out. They were not interested in a challenge group, or they used that their excuse was they didn't have money, they didn't have time. I mean, we feel ya. But, I know personally what I have found is that I just, if I stuck with that consistency in my posting, if I really, really, really focused on adding value and sharing my story rather than a Beachbody story, I don't talk about Beachbody a whole lot. I share my story, what prompted me. If you talk about those things that really made you, what were you feeling when you decided to purchase a challenge pack? What were you feeling when you decided to join the challenge group? What pushed you over the edge? Because it's going to be the same thing that's going to push over other people over the edge. And if you connect with people on that emotional plane, like people are going to be more likely to reach out to you or to respond to your challenge group invite. And so you've just got to keep pumping the well, keep those conversations going, keep connecting with people, keep pouring and adding value into people on social media and in individual private conversations. You've got to really make sure your focus is people and not just points or challenge packs, because if Christ comes back tomorrow and I encourage somebody today, not if I sold a challenge pack, but if I encourage somebody today to do something that was going to help them, I'd feel way better about that than I would about like 2 points on the leadership board or whatever it's called, the leaderboard. So, that definitely has to be our focus. And I truly believe that, if that is our focus, that God will reward that. Not that he'll make it easy for us as coaches, but that he will reward that. And so that is kind of that's all I got. I don't know if Timmy has anything else to add to that, or if you guys have questions.
I think you did good.
Okay. That the free group definitely is a good idea. Like if you're going to do that, I would post about it when you get off the call tonight. You can go to Canva, you can make a cute image, you can just snap a photo of yourself with like your containers or with, not with your containers because that would be Beachbody related, but like with your weights or with whatever the focus of your free group is. If it's sugar busters, like take a picture of you dumping your sugar out. Or something like that, or with a sugar bag, like over the garbage or something, but just, it can be fast, it can be simple, it doesn't have to be complicated. But if you're going to do a free group, I would do it tonight. If you're going to still invite people to our challenge group, I would do it tonight. And like I said, I use that, sometimes the simplest things work for me. Like I'm just looking for 5 women, who want to lose 10 to 15 pounds in the next 30 days, who are just tired of the same old cycle of starting and quitting and starting and quitting, and who are ready to commit to 30 days with me. And something like that is simple, but people respond to it. So it doesn't have to be this huge, like long emotional post, even though those people do connect to those. Just if you need to try something different, just try something different. Like you guys are fully capable, and you're doing great. Like you're doing great. If I can end with that, like your posts are really good. And I'm just really impressed by you guys, because I did not do that well as a new coach in relaying my story and, my message to people. So I'm just super, super duper impressed by you guys. Okay.
I have a question about events. If you're inviting 30 people and 5 respond that month, for the next month, do you still invite those other people, or do you change who you invite?
Okay, good question. So for events, like I don't ever invite more, like you'll have some people, like Melanie will say, go create an event, invite everybody on your friends list. Like I have 3,500 something people on my friends list. I'm not inviting people. I don't care if I had like 500 people on my friends list. I'm not inviting everybody. I'm going to invite enough people that I can follow up with. So the way I use events is that if I invite somebody, they get a direct message from me that says, hey girl, I just wanted you to know I invited you to this event. It's going to be all about my next challenge group, which is focused on faith and fitness and nutrition. If you're interested, just let me know, click going or interested, and I'm going to be posting in the group. If you have more questions, let me know. So I don't invite somebody unless I can, follow up with a private message. And so typically, most people respond in some way. Some people won't, but, I do invite, sometimes I invite the same people, but, they know what my intention is, and it's not like creepy or salesy. I hate to get invited or added to something without a private message personally. So I don't do it that way. Like I don't want to do it that way. Does that make sense?
I sometimes like when you say when you do the event, use the voice message real quick on the thing and let them know. And sometimes the voice message just it'll strike up a conversation, because they'll be like, I didn't even know you could do that, and then go from there. But leaving the voice message, just, hey, I don't know if you saw it or not, but I invited you. All right, I sent you an invite for an event, and just kind of check it out and stuff like that. I just thought of you when I created it. Just something real quick, just to kind of touch base and it's like 30 seconds, not even. But it's a good way of just being like, hey, I just wanted to make sure you saw that notification. And I always say, like, sometimes they get lost, because they do. Sometimes those events kind of get lost in the mix and stuff. So I'll always just shoot over a quick little voice message.
Yeah, that's good. That's a really good tip. And if somebody says they're interested or going to my event, I do typically say, hey, I saw that you were interested in the event. What's your fitness goal? What are you working towards? And I kind of start the conversation that way. But with events, I definitely post in them every single day. Make it a public event, definitely public. And every time you post in it, it pops up and it keeps that event alive and people see it. So it's a good tip.
Would you do it for a free group too?
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. You don't have to, but I mean, it's definitely a good tool. Angela, don't run away, because I know that we totally overwhelmed you with so much information, but you're good. Like we got you. I promise. All right. Does anybody have anything else?
I have a quick question. And I want you to just tell me if you think this is crazy, but I thought about when I post the challenge, I could make like, I'm looking for 3 challengers or whatever. And I thought, you know how you said that about the incentive? I thought about offering them a free pedicure.
Uh-huh.
Is that crazy?
I don't
Because
think,
Katie can do that for me, and it wouldn't cost anything, but I could give her some little something for doing it for me.
yeah, I think that's good because that was going to be my first thing. I was going to be like, don't spend that much money. But, you know, I think that that's really cool. I think that's a good idea. Here's what I'm typing it in the chat bar, and you guys can copy it if you want to, but that's kind of my little short snippet. I'm looking for 5 women kind of post. But I think that's a good idea. Like, I don't know if I would. Timmy, what do you think? Would you put the pedicure part in there or just say I'm giving away something free to the first 3 people who join me? Like, what would you do?
Is it, I mean, are you saying for a challenge group? Because I think it'd be kind of neat to say that like for a busy mom group or something, if you're going to advertise for that, because that might be something fun. Mm-hmm. Or you could definitely say, you know, for, now is it like a gift, like you said, you know, someone that does it. Is it a gift card for an actual salon?
No, it's my daughter. She's in cosmetology school, and so she needs practice on people.
Yeah.
And, I mean, she could go to their house, or, I mean, if I personally know them, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or I could do a tank top or a gift card or something like that.
Yeah.
I've also done to help with the fixate, and for 2 reasons. One, if I'm going to give them something, it also helps my volume because I'm purchasing it, so it helps my volume, and plus it gives them some recipes. So I've done the fixate a couple times because you're buying it and it goes towards your volume. So my thing is, if I'm buying an Amazon, it doesn't go towards my volume, but the fixate will.
Yeah, or an extra set of containers or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I have one more thing. I had a lady contact me, and all she wanted was Shakeology.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just crazy because it's like $11 to do the challenge pack. Mm-hmm. And she kept saying, well, my workouts will just sit on the shelf and collect dust.
Okay, what I say is, like, I've done this twice this month because I had the same situation. I say, if you'll pay the extra $10 to get a workout program with it, I will buy it from you.
That's what I told her.
Yeah.
I told her, I was like, if you want to do the challenge pack, I will buy. I even told her she could keep the containers and the meal in, just I buy the workout. Yeah. And I was actually going to get the Shalane one because I want to try that.
Shalane Extreme?
Yes.
Okay, so that's on Beachbody On Demand. You don't have to buy that.
Okay.
Don't buy that. I would do something like the 21-Day Fix or 22-Minute Hardcore or 21-Day Fix Extreme or a 3-day refresh. Guys, you can get a 3-day refresh for $10 more than the cost of Shakeology. I mean, they're like 60 or 70 bucks, you know? I mean, so like if you want a 3-day refresh, ask her to do that one and say, I'll come to your house. I will pick it up. I will pay you for it, and you won't be out any more money.
Well, she wouldn't do it. I mean, she was like, no, I just want the Shakeology. So
if you just sell Shakeology, make sure she orders it on Home Direct HD. You get 1 point for that.
I did do that, and I filled out her information. I got her email and all that stuff, and I sent it to her. Well, she still hasn't put in her payment information.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to contact her because I don't know if she doesn't live here, but she was here visiting because her brother had open heart surgery, and it's my daughter's aunt, and so she was going back home yesterday. So I don't know if she just hasn't had time or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I would just follow up. I mean, like wait a couple of days and just follow up and say, you know, does she want to do the challenge group?
No. She just wants Shakeology because she works at Lowe's, and she says she walks like 6 miles a day and exercises, but then she still wanted the the plan, the book, and the containers.
Well,
But she
all she
didn't
has to
have
do
the
is
workouts.
get
And
the
I was
club
like,
challenge app.
I couldn't get her to understand. I was like, I will give you the difference. Just
Yeah.
try it. But, and today a girl, the one that, was really down in Shakeology and saying that it was for rich people and stuff like that, when she contacted me about it, she was all for it. And then when I said something about the auto ship, she didn't like it.
I
She
mean,
doesn't
all they
want
have
to
to
do
do is
auto ship.
cancel it. All they have to do is cancel it.
I told her, I was like, after the 30 days, and necessarily she doesn't have to cancel it, because you can put it on hold for like 3 months. You can put it on hold. And then I said, if you want to, you can put it on hold, and then you can order it again. If you
I mean,
want
like, she orders it tonight, she can wait 2 days and cancel it. I mean, like, she doesn't have to wait 30 days. If she's worried about that, like, she can turn around and just cancel the auto ship.
Yeah, I'll even tell them if people have a question about that. And I said, right after you order it and let me know if you're worried about it, I will send you the information. It is just like texting on your phone, but on your computer, because you can just do it through that, contact us. And so I'll say, I'll give you that information, and then I'll write it down on my calendar. And I said, I remind you on week number 3 in case you forgot. And now that Beachbody is also adding they have their own reminder now saying it's about to go out in a couple of days. And so I was like, and the company reminds you. I was like, so if you have any worries or anything about that, I do my best to help, to help remind you and stuff. But so that usually like me saying, I'll give you the link right away, I'll remind you. And then lately I've been able to add the extra part of it. But another quick thing about, like, when you're worried about someone wanting to do Shakeology and they're not wanting to do like the thing, I'll really just talk up about the whole container program and like talk about the nutrition aspect. And then I'll even, instead of it being more about, the 21 Day Fix workout based, I'll definitely say it's more of the nutritional plan, because it has that list on there. It has the program. And then I'll say, oh, and by the way, you also get you get like 8 workouts in case you want to, if you happen to skip the gym and stuff. So by those first couple questions, one of my questions I always ask is, do you need help with, like, eating and portion control and stuff? So I can lead into that. And then sometimes if the workout's not their main thing, it's just like, oh, those are just extra for you. But the nutritional and eating plan is the main part that I'm offering it to them.
No.
Okay.
And I mean, if they won't do it, they won't do it. You can't make them do it. I mean, you don't want to make them do it. But yeah, I mean, it makes no sense not to do it.
I know.
So, all right, guys, that's all I got. I didn't hit record till like 20 minutes into this. Dang. Like, I'm horrible. Like, Becca's always the one that reminds me to record, and she's not here. So, all right. Well, thanks for coming on. I hope it helped. I hope it gave you ideas. But yeah, Alicia, I would definitely stay away from running a free group with other people, quite honestly. Challenge group, yes, but not a free group. Do your own. You can do it. You're fully capable.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like 1 or 2 posts a day. Like, and I'll just, I only do 5 days because I did a couple 7 days, and they don't get on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's real low. So I've done a 5-day group, and you 1 or 2 posts, and then schedule it. Even go in there, make sure you're checking in. It really, the only thing I've done to, create more interaction is do like little freebies. Like, I can like little packets of, I used to do E&E, but I guess it'd have to be energized now and stuff like that. And give away like 1 Shakeology packet or something for someone that commented on something today. But I mean, 5 days, they're super, super easy, and it's just basic information.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I did the birthday thing today that you told us about.
Yay!
I private messaged a girl that goes to church with me, and I just said, "Hey, happy birthday," and then told her I was glad she was coming to our church. Did she have any plans for her birthday? It didn't really go as great as I thought it would, but I did connect with her.
That's good. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you're doing. And then just for the fact that, you know, that you guys are, you know, conversing back and forth or whatever in the group and or in your messages, just everything shows up on each other. So, you know, they check it out. So, I mean, trust me, not every message, I'll get crickets sometimes from somebody just for even a happy birthday. Some people, you know, I mean, we use this now for our business. And so we use it, like I use Messenger totally different than what I used to use it. Like if I can't answer a message right away, I don't open it so I don't lose it. People don't do that. They just open up a message and they see it and they forget about it, respond later and stuff like that. So I realized that I use my Facebook way different than what I used to. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll send and birthday messages to people that I'm close with, and just they are sometimes overwhelmed on their birthday with so many messages. They actually don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes just too busy.
Yep, I agree. But just making those connections is the biggest thing. You know, like I said, when you message them, like if you start a conversation with somebody, then your posts automatically show up in their feed more. So they'll see more of what you're posting about. It's just a Facebook thing. Like it's called affinity. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. And then even if they say, you know, hey, we're just going out to dinner, I'll be like, oh, what restaurant did you go to? Do you have a favorite, you know? So I'll just even talk about the birthday stuff for a little bit to try to get like, you know, the conversation rolling again. Because sometimes they're just like, oh, thanks. But that's why I always try to ask if they have any plans. And then if they tell me what it is, I'll ask them a question about the plan. And sometimes, you know, they share, sometimes they don't. But it's a good conversation starter.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It is. Good job. I like to see people take our advice and put it into action.
I know. Yay.
All right, guys. Well, I am checking out. I got to go talk to my husband, spend some time with him. And we're here. We're posting every day. So just check in and, you know, ask us questions for sure there in the group. Okay. 10 days. You guys got this. If that's your goal, you got it. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.